sterile, isolating, and confusing. Because medical facilities must be designed adequately for everyone, they work perfectly for no one. Fortunately, hospitals are about to disappear.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chris Hull, and I'm here today with Maria Sanchez and Leanna Albright. Together, we're going to review Gresham Smith's finalist entry into healthcare design's breaking through competition. Our entry is called Invisible, the Hospital of the Future is No Hospital. And we presented this content during the keynote event at the most recent HCD conference in Indianapolis. We are thrilled to share what we believe is the future of healthcare, where healthcare becomes a lifestyle so seamlessly woven into our daily experience that it is invisible. But why do we think this? Well, the trends are apparent. Markets demand more personalized, integrated, and on-demand service. Technology gets smaller and cheaper every day, and anything that could be done by AI eventually will. That leaves designers free to conceive of healthcare first and foremost as experiences. But to truly understand what the future has in store, we are going to walk you through 3 connected stories that explore these 8 health innovations. Our future is a messy evolution of technology, culture, and economy. And these vignettes are experiences that we might have as society changes. They're opportunistic, incremental, and not too serious. They're glimpses of a society in which healthcare is invisible. So, let's meet Harold. Harold's biometric wearable devices have detected an elevated heart rate, quickened breathing, tense muscles, and even his indigestion. Hours ago, a powerful health monitoring artificial intelligence concluded Harold is experiencing anxiety and depression. He decides to stop through the wellness park on his way home to meet with his therapist, because maybe the clarity pods will help settle his nerves. And as Harold enters the park, his health data from the last 24 hours is uploaded, and his cortisol levels trigger a de-stress protocol. He approaches his preferred pod, and his AI therapist is summoned to greet him. Harold vents to her. My daughter says she's considered a high-risk pregnancy. And as Harold talks, he can't help but be amused by the fact that he is actually going to therapy. Just what is this world coming to? Soon, health data will be paired with pattern recognition AI to identify and predict all risk factors for disease. This is a future inflection point where almost all healthcare becomes preventative medicine. For example, instead of learning about our heart health after a cardiac event, AI will accurately warn us of our impending heart attack 10, 20 years or more before it happens. Clarity pods. The human body emits numerous indicators of psychological stress, which biometric devices will be able to read like an open book to our minds. Combined with large language model and diffusion model AI, and a radical change in behavioral health could be at our fingertips. The wellness park we see is an opportunity to combine mental health care with public green space, increasing accessibility, and fighting social stigma. But Maria, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think?
I'm glad Harold gave the Clarity Pods a chance. Before, treating mental health was sometimes taboo, but in the world of Invisible, that's not the case. Our next character is Charlotte. Her birth experience was perfectly seamless, because in the world of Invisible, every woman can have her dream birth. This story resonates with me because my experience was more complicated. About 4 months ago, I gave birth to my son, Luca. It was actually right after our phase 2 deadline for this competition.
Yeah, it's true. She was texting us from her hospital bed.
So during the development of Charlotte's experience, you can tell I was living vicariously through her. Now, let's see Charlotte and her husband, David, welcome their baby boy. They're on their way to date night when they decide to make a pit stop at their local health station to get something for David's anxiety about becoming a first-time dad. Above them, the canopy of the old gas station has been renovated to accommodate pharmaceutical delivery by drone. Rapid diagnostics confirms that it's just indigestion, his prescribed medicine is delivered, and dinner is saved. After leaving the restaurant, you know, the fancy kind that barely gives you any food, Charlotte's still hungry. They stop by McDonald's and order ahead. The menu provides personalized options based on their daily calorie balance, activity levels, and health goals. One evening, Charlotte wakes up to intense contractions. A mobile ED pod is ordered to her home. The pod arrives, and a nurse confirms Charlotte's labor is progressing normally. If needed, though, the pod could provide life-saving care to her and the baby. Within the LDR-AR suite, a live 3D ultrasound shows the baby is moving into a breech position. A nurse sees this and guides Charlotte through some exercises to keep the baby in the ideal position. A few hours later, a healthy baby boy is born. No one is more relieved than her father, Harold. During birth, stem cells are banked for her son's future medical needs. Decades from now, they can be used to treat genetic diseases and grow specialized organs. Charlotte hugs her baby and wonders what other medical miracles will seem normal to him. The world of Invisible embraces incremental progress. For example, by 2051, gas stations have become obsolete, and expensive diagnostic machinery is cheaper, smaller, and more powerful. The opportunity to repurpose the existing infrastructure of gas stations as health stations disperses essential health services strategically through communities. The LDR suite of the future makes birth comfortable by bridging the personal environment of a home birth with the medical sophistication of a specialty clinic. Floor-to-ceiling digital screens that respond to your cortisol levels to keep you calm would have been amazing in my LDR suite. In the world of Invisible, even the highest acuity situations will be handled preemptively. Lab-grown organs will result in the elimination of transplant lists and reduce the risk of rejection because the tissue is genetically identical to the patient. And now we'll jump even more in the future with Leanna.
Let's jump to the year 2080 and take a peek into Jaden's world. Picture your childhood mall, except now it's integrated with the latest in AI technology. This is Jaden's home. The upper floors have been converted to apartments, becoming a thriving young professional community. As he walks home, Jaden's wearable alerts him to an increased heart rate due to stress. His watch tracks his proximity to his unit and schedules a call with Harold, timed with his arrival. Right on schedule, Jaden's holographic projector calls Harold, and the archived digital twin of his grandpa appears. "Hey, champ, why don't you tell me what's going on?" They chat about the importance of mental health and addressing it early. Later, while he's getting ready for bed, his own digital twin is seamlessly updated with his bedtime routine. He is so grateful for the ability to communicate with Harold's memories. His mother, Charlotte, helped Harold set his digital twin archive prior to his passing for moments just like this. Adaptive living is AI-powered technology integrated into existing buildings. We see households becoming the data collection center and the bathroom becoming the lab of the future with real-time analysis. With Digital U, AI personas are trained on a lifetime of biometric records and conversations. Combined with natural language processing, we have the foundation for producing digital twins. Who needs Ancestry.com when you have your own catalog of archived digital family members? Now, all good things must come to an end, but before we close, here are a few key concepts. Although AI was used for the creative imagery, we designed the invisible concept the old-fashioned way with 100% human ingenuity. Through evolving economics, technology is currently driving all industries to become personalized and on-demand. As biometric data collection is integrated into our homes, predictive AI will streamline diagnostics and prevent diseases. Advances in computation will converge functionalities, revolutionizing the patient experience in the process. And unbound by location, cost, and data availability, we will have personalized healthcare that delights. The world of Invisible is a gradual transition through the decentralization of healthcare and the integration of AI technology. This world is not a utopia that appears overnight.
Thank you so much for joining us on this tour of our future world of invisible healthcare. And before you go, I just have to bring up our team here and recognize them. Without every single one of these people, we wouldn't have been able to bring these ideas to you today. So thank you very much for your time.